Nkechi, President Trump is planning to withdraw from the World Health Organization, the US being the biggest donor to the WHO. What will all of that mean for the programs that it runs in African nations?
Well, Katrina, it's very scary at this moment. A lot of people, especially on social media, are reacting to that news. First off, African countries, over half of them rely on external donors for over 20% of their health budgets. And so that means that international donor agencies like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the World Health Organization are key players in tackling Africa's health challenges. And closely linked to that is diseases such as malaria, tuberculosis, HIV, and AIDS, which are some of the most prominent on the continent. The efforts made and the gains made in combating these diseases could weaken in the coming months and years following this decision because of the US pulling out from the World Health Organization. If those funds that the WHO relies on from the US as a heavy donor, about 18% of donations to the World Health come from the United States. So African countries would be worried about what that would mean for the health structures on ground. Also, the World Health Organization responded saying it hopes the US would reconsider its decision and probably negotiate with key stakeholders in that sector. But it also highlighted its gains in the past years, which have seen the eradication of diseases like smallpox and also its current campaign on polio.
And just very briefly, Nkechi, former President Biden was criticised for his limited engagement in Africa, and despite promises to visit, only going there in the last weeks of his administration. What is the view broadly of what US-African relations might look like under Donald Trump?
Well, there are already existing programs like the AGOA, the agricultural program that some of sub-Saharan African countries are currently benefiting from. So that is a program that is hoped that in the coming years it wouldn't be suspended, it would be sustained. However, we're beginning to see a new scramble for Africa where other world powers like China, India, and even Russia, are coming to establish their presence and foster relationships with Africa. So we hope, it is hoped that President Trump would also capitalize on this new scramble and the relationship would be better compared to his first term in office.
Okay, Nkechi Ogbonna and Arunade Mukaji, thanks to you both for joining us here with that brief.